Tansi, ahai kitatamahin, thank you. My name is Sikoiws Nobiss, and I'm the Executive Director of Great Plains Action Society. And beside me is Donielle Wannatee of the Meskwaki Nation, one of my homies in crime. And we don't have enough time for both of us to talk today, and I was like, we'll come up anyway and hold this sign, because this is what I'm going to be talking about. So, did I do that? Okay, all right. So we have a white Christian problem, and we don't hear that talked about in these spaces. And that's why we hosted the event we hosted yesterday. It was for the Day of Awareness for Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women and Girls, but we needed a space where BIPOC and LGBTQIA and disabled folks feel like they have the table for themselves so that they can say what they need to say, because what is being said in the majority of abortion movement spaces is not including like the real history of this country and the reasons why we are in this place to begin with. When Trump's little minions voted in Kavanaugh and Barrett, whatever, and Gorsh, or I don't really care what their names are. It's not relevant. When he voted in these assholes, basically it was a reflection of that Republican Party at the time, which is like 95% white, 95% men, 95% Christian. 91% of them believe in some sort of abortion ban in some, way, shape, or form, right? And so, but yet that is a minority of this country, right? Like the Christian fundamentalist population in this country is a minority. But yet they are getting their way. What is this telling us? It is telling us that we are allowing Christianity to rule. And I'm sorry, I know there's a lot of Christians out here, because in general, white people are Christians, right? But or they affiliate somehow because of growing up that way. But why? Why are you letting this happen? You all out here have that power to end it. Because Christianity, that's not my religion. I'm Indigenous. Donielle's Indigenous. There's no fucking way we would ever devote ourselves to that God. That God is a patriarchal piece of shit. I'm sorry. But that's the truth. That God is allowing these heteropatriarchal elites dictate what we do with our bodies. That God is responsible for homophobia and transphobia. It's responsible for misogyny. It's responsible for killing abortion access. It's responsible for all the colonial capitalist crap we're dealing with. I hate to say it, but it's the truth. Colonial capitalism is killing the world, right? Colonial capitalism is going to kill women, non-binary folks, trans folks. It's going to kill them if they can't get abortions. I want to tell you that this is not something that is easy. It's a convoluted story, I want to tell you. Indigenous peoples were heavily sterilized for about 20 years, and even before that, way before that as well, but between the 60s and 70s, there was a sterilization project that went on. Between 1970 and 76, the US government sterilized 25 to 50% of all child-bearing age women in the US. Now, that is so disturbing, because at the moment, we had about a population of 800,000. We had gone from tens of millions to 800,000 at that point. And there was a scientist that said that our particular population couldn't handle that. It couldn't handle that type of sterilization. And we might be gone, but guess what? We're here. Right? So that happened and then 73 comes along, right in the middle of sterilizing us, that heavy period of sterilization. 73, Roe gets passed. 76, the Hyde Amendment gets passed. Guess what the Hyde Amendment says? You can't have an abortion on a reservation. You can't have abortions in prisons. We will not fund any federal program to give abortions, which means that people on Medicaid and Medicare have not had access to abortions. If they don't have the money, they can't get an abortion. So we have not had access to abortion. There has never been an abortion carried out, a legal abortion carried out on a reservation since abortion has been made legal. So what is that telling you? There's already a problem, and this right here, to be honest, it kind of pisses me off, because we should have been fighting like like, we've been trying to get abortions on reservations. We've been trying to get IHS to give us that. We've been trying to repeal the Hyde Amendment for a very long time already, but nobody sees it because we're brown people, because we're Indigenous people, because we're Black people, because we're LGBTQI people, because we're disabled people. We don't deserve abortions, do we? No, but they'll just keep sterilizing us, right? So they can keep that population down. But no, let's not give them abortions because that goes against our religion. Let's make sure we decimate the population, but only so that it makes sense to us and we don't piss off our God. So that's what's going on. And this is why we need more diverse spaces fighting abortion. We need people at the table from day one. I don't want to see any white coalitions anymore moving forward and picking and choosing, their token Black person, Native person, LGBTQI person. No, fuck no. No. I want to see what happened in February 2020 for the Women's March, or was that 2019? I don't know. For the Women's March, when Trump got voted in, 27,000 people showed up here, right? And that was for like a dumbass, right? Like, we were pissed off about this dumbass, but look what happened. Now we're here. So now we're trying to protect, half this nation's body sovereignty. So why can't we have 50,000 people here? But the only way we do that is if every single organization and grassroots leader gets together and stops trying to do everything separately and vie to control the message. Stop trying to control the message because we're all in it together. And white people, you got to understand that this is a bigger thing than just abortion. Please. It's about colonial capitalism. It's about manifest destiny. It's about dominion over our bodies. Hi, Kitaka Mahin, and fuck the colonizer.